see you climbing up this ladder. It's really tall and you're climbing it. And I see the earth below you. We're that tall. Well, you're up in space now. And you keep going and then you hit the top. I'm like, well then what? And so there's nothing to strive for anymore. So, okay, so then what? So you've done it already and yet you find yourself here. So here we are. The next thing I see is like a Buddha on the planet. Not the Buddha, but just you actually in that pose of the holding. And it's like this is the same space where we just witnessed this ladder, and then we get to the top of the ladder and there's nothing. And then then the ladder's gone, but I follow it down and then I see this like little Buddha, but not the Buddha, but just you actually in that pose of the holding. I see you come to me and you're all in white. You're veiled like a wedding veil. And you have a candle, a taper, and you're right here in front of me. I'm like, oh, like it's a marriage. And that's like the word that comes up to me is a marriage, the white, the veil. And then you turn and I'm seeing you in your black space. And you seem very large to me, like not human large. And you're taking up this whole space. And then she turns from me and she starts walking across. The whole earth is down here, it's just black. She's walking across with this candle, and as she's walking, I see that she's got this really long train of white. Very beautiful, translucent in a sense, but fine embroidery. And she's walking across the sky. Where's not the sky? It's just black. But, feels like out there, we're not on the earth place. You seem to do this patterning a lot of where you're doing like this. There's always this arc with you. You're moving across in this way. Maybe this marking is that it's important that there is a marking of a movement happening. And that's clear, like I am a movement, moving. I see Bridie, that Celtic goddess, an enlightened one that understands of a pathway. And it's when in the earth, things are starting to wake up. You don't see them yet. And Bridie is that energy of things are starting to come, but things are frozen on top. Everybody's still in there, it's winter, it's still dark out, but you don't know what's happening underneath. And the ritual is you get a scrying bowl and you let it sit outside, whatever, you get it to freeze, and then you break it. And so it's this idea of that which is frozen is broken to allow what is coming through. What I was getting was that energy is somehow related here. This energy of the bride, this energy of Bridie, this energy of cracking the ice and then something's underneath it. Being able to crack that ice to allow that which needs to come through. And how you anchor that, how you stay in Lotus Buddha knowing as you're walking these planes of dimensional existence with this knowing of where there's opening, I will be. Where something can be cracked, I will be there. When all is in despair, it's so dark, winter, when is it coming? We're hungry. Everything we've harvested, we've eaten it. We need fruit now, like we're at the end, and there I am, right? And that's that point that you are. But it also links into the planet's knowing place of when something can be cracked. So that's the piece that you hold. There's a place here to continue. It is not as bleak as we all think it is. And I can get you off that. Oh, you found that there's not another rung on the ladder, that the ladder's not there, and then it just collapses. I know this place, and it can feel dark. Let me guide you, and let me help you, and let me just crack that little bit so that your little thing can get through. Your little seed can start to move. Then how it relates to the one down here, who's then the knowing Buddha, is this piece of I can be that one when February hits. I can be that one when you're in that February. Let me give you some space. That's it. Let me just give you some space. Open the crack just a little bit. So let me open that up just a little for you. And so that things can start to move and to germinate deep within. That's the link.